So my name is Larissa. I'm a wellness connector and also a wellness advocate for doTERRA essential oils. And feel free to ask any questions whenever you want. So first of all, I want to cover the basics of what essential oils are, safety, how you can use them, a little bit of doTERRA as a company, and then we go to the main oils. Okay. So do you have an idea what essential oils are?
They're an extract from plants,
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah. So basically, essential oils are the aromatic compounds in plants that occur naturally in plants, and they are highly volatile. And you can find in different parts of the plants. And we'll see how it changes depending on each part you use and where this plant is growing and when you harvest it. So, and doTERRA consider essential oils when they are in this pure form. So they don't have any additives or pesticides, any artificial things with it. So doTERRA really consider essential oils when it's only what comes from the plant, the natural part of it. A little bit of why doTERRA. We have many reasons to choose doTERRA, and we are very passionate about it. That's why we like to provide this kind of events of education for people, because we know that's totally different when you have the essential oil and you know how to use it. And the quality of doTERRA is very interesting. You can check in your chart there, in this chart here. Yes. That we have different classifications of essential oils. So most of it is synthetic. So what they do, they study essential oils and then they do the artificial form, the synthetic form in labs. And this is very cheap and the most common ones that you can find. Then you have the food grade, right? The food grade is also called GRAS or GRAS, generally regarded as safe. I don't know about you, but I don't like general. And we know that food grade, even processed food, is food grade, but it doesn't mean that it's good for you and it's free of fillers and artificial things and toxins, this kind of things. And then we have the therapeutic essential oils, which usually are the types of oils that massage centers use and some therapists use. But doTERRA is a quite new company, only 7 years, and they are already the biggest essential oils company in the world. And they weren't feeling okay with maximum therapeutic classification, because even the therapeutic didn't guarantee the highest level of it. So they created the CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, which means, I'll show you a video about it, but in summary, they do several tests during the process of doing the essential oils, from the plant to during the process and in the bottles, long time, in every single batch. So it's not something that they do sometimes, and it's not doTERRA that does the tests. It's a third-party company. And they created the CPTG, but they didn't create the constituent maps. So they use that to guarantee that it's inside that. If it doesn't reach that highest therapeutic grade that they are looking for, they don't produce the oil. So that's why sometimes a couple of oils we don't have the entire year, or some years we don't have, because they are very serious about it. And when you can't get it, they decide to not do it. Marcelo. Susan.
Hello.
So now I'll show you this video that talks about the CPTG.
So when we talk about quality, it's not always about what testing you're doing. You have to look at the whole process and what that means collectively. And I believe that doTERRA does that better than anyone else.
doTERRA is the best company in the industry right now. I mean, they're the leaders. I mean, there's no one that's really coming close to doing what they're doing. I haven't seen anything like it in my 20 years of being in this industry, of a company going to the lengths that they go to secure the best oil in the world.
doTERRA's commitment to quality starts well before the plants are even distilled. Through our co-impact sourcing, the CPTG process starts then. And then it goes through a three-tier testing process that starts with outside labs and finishes off inside the company here, and then continues on after the bottles are sold.
We do several layers of testing, including GCMS, optical rotation, specific gravity, refractive index, chiral testing, carbon-14, probably more extensive than just about any lab out there.
I've been doing research with essential oils for about 15 years now. So I've worked with a lot of oils and a lot of tests, and the one thing that I've noticed consistently is that unless you're starting with an oil that has a consistent quality, you're not going to get good results.
You know, a lot of our oils are used in aromatherapy or topical use, but we want to make sure that we do not only make a product that's effective, but it's also going to be safe. And that's why we do a thorough analysis to look at the composition to make sure that it is safe. But at the same time, we also go ahead and do skin irritation testing, which is also called as the RIP testing or repeat insult patch testing, to make sure that when you apply it on topically, it's not irritating to your skin.
To a wellness advocate, we always keep them in mind, and we talk about it in our training. And what matters is that the details matter. You know, quality is in the details, and so because we're so passionate and so detailed, we're sure not to miss those things that are going to make the difference between just an okay product and a great product.
We stand behind our quality processes because we have the most in-depth and knowledgeable staff. We have set the standard for what the quality process should be. The testing knowledge that is gained as well as passed on with each bottle is, you cannot measure.
One of the things that I've recognized about the quality of essential oils and the testing is that it's a dynamic environment. It's changing. And this is why it's so important that doTERRA leads the front, that doTERRA is developing and processing and coming up with new ways, new opportunities to prove out the quality of essential oils, and frankly, in a way that no other company is able to do. As we continue to grow, as we continue to expand throughout the world, I'm proud to say that doTERRA has made that commitment and will not waver or deviate from that.
So this CPTG quality guarantees this purity, potency, and how effective the oils are. So they only harvest when the plant is in this peak, when they really need to be harvested. So they pay the farmers even if because usually some types of plants, they harvest more times to sell for perfume companies, for example. But they have this co-impact sourcing with the farmers, and they offer this opportunity for those farmers to have a better life, but they pay them and then they wait till the plant achieves this high therapeutic rate to do it, and they do all those tests to guarantee this quality. And another video that I want to show is about the co-impact source. That is this not only about the product and the plants, but people as well, how doTERRA give it back.
amazing experience we had as we went into Madagascar to be able to work with our partners on the ground and to be able to see their operation, to see how they harvest these beautiful blossoms, to see their distillation process, but more importantly, we really wanted to go in to see how we could best support their efforts, how we could expand the ylang-ylang harvest for the future to make sure we continue to have this beautiful essential oil. Wait until they're nice and yellow. Look inside here. You can see the pink inside the blossom here. That's where the essential oil is contained. As I'm able to go into these developing countries and really connect with the women who are harvesting the blossoms, who are harvesting the crop, and to be able to see the effort that goes into this process, my heart just goes out to them because I know that they are doing everything they possibly can to provide for their families. But what an amazing thing for us to be able to give them that hope, to know that their circumstance can change. Take these flowers from beginning at 5 o'clock in the morning. When they finish, they fill their basket, they dump them on the table, and you can see that each one of them write their name so that when they come to be weighed, they know how much flowers that they picked, and it's logged every day. And then at the end of the month, they're compensated for all of the flowers that they picked that month.
Ifu asa kumchungu fukana. Anga. Oti ako matoza fanina. Let para tadimi. Lek ful dimyam, lek dimampulo. Lek izijol. Zamilan kurangan ropa hena na hazai.
Harvesting ylang-ylang is incredibly labor intensive, from collecting the flowers from the different parts of the trees at different times during the harvest season. All of those need to be collected, batched, and brought to the distillery within a 24-hour time period. So it requires a lot of collective effort among lots of different harvesters.
You know, working with doTERRA on this project is because, of course, there are investment of people coming just to improve the reality. And for me, it's more important to know the people. People is the key. Okay? If you don't have a good people for a good distillery, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Masty tany fa tany ampovoan'ny Novosibirska tsy afaka mifanerasera amin'ny olo avy any Ilambato na afaka mivoatra ny karazana ambatoloha aby vokatra miangaka tsara ny faripiana tsy araikaraiky satria amin'izao fotoana zao zany hita mivoatra ny fiainana tena mivoatra amin'ny ka ohatra ninakazy raha ohatra tsy afaka nampianatra zanako izy io misy araiky sortant lomoazy nanano soutenance ny université Tamatave araiky aroe lahy mianaday Antananarivo afaka baka nanano police afaka miposiny zegny noho ny ty raha ohatra tsy afaka nanatanteraky izy.
You know, for the ylang, but it is really important is the complete. It means that we start distilling to the end. It means it's distilling during 24 hours non-stop. So that oil coming from that distillery is top quality. It's only the complete. It means the complete. You don't have different grades. Okay, so you have 100% of the molecule inside the complete, which is not the case with the grade 1, 2, or 3.
What I noticed most about Madagascar is the people have joy. They have so little as far as material means, but yet they have joy. And we really, as a culture, need to go back to those things that really matter. Those are relationships. Those are serving one another and showing love And I left Madagascar a changed person because of what I learned from those people.
This is only one of the examples that we have from Point Pack source. I always get a little bit emotional with those videos. But it's really cool to see how doTERRA helps those communities. So farmers that need education, they don't have school or they don't have water, they need to travel a long way to get water, they help in every single way that they can. So it's not only about providing them a fair salary throughout the year, not some periods of the year, which is very common for farmers, but also this community support as well, which gives me goosebumps, and it's pretty cool because it goes, all this energy goes to the oil, so you receive this energy in the bottles, and yeah, that's very important for us as well. So in the paper then, the next part, it's about the cost of it as well. Essential oils are very cost effective in this part here. And sometimes people say, look the price and think it's a little bit too much, but when you do the math of the price per drop and how much you need to use, sometimes one drop is too much, so sometimes one drop goes a long way, and when you do the math, it's really, really affordable. The next topic there will be here, how to use that. So we have 3 different ways to use essential oils. Topically, so you can use directly in your skin. Tip that we always give is bottom of feet, soles of feet, because it's the part of your body that absorb quicker. So in average in half minutes in your bloodstream. You can also put in reflexology points and in the parts of your body of concern. And also base of spine is very good because of these reflexology points. And we have to take some cares about topically. Citrusy oils, for example, they might increase photosensitivity. It's the same as fruit. If you have juice of lemon in your hand and go to the sun, it's not a good idea. So when you use topically citrusy oils, avoid sun directly, that part of skin, at least 12 hours. And kids and elderly people and people with sensitive skin, always dilute with fractionated coconut oil. And it's always good if you're not sure to do a test first before you use topically. And some oils you can always use neat, like lavender and frankincense, for example. But some oils always diluted, like oregano. Unless you want to, we'll talk more about oregano, but it's very hot oil that we say, caustic. So when you do it with the fractionated coconut oil or another curry oil. Topically, I think if you have more questions, just let me know. I think that's it, basically. We can use aromatically. It's very common. The diffuser there, we always ask to not burn the oils. Always ultrasonic technology, which is vibration. Because if we heat the oils, we lose lots of properties. And some oils, depending on the temperature that you achieve, it becomes toxic. So it's the opposite that we want. Aromatically, you can also we'll try that too. Put in your hand, spread in both hands. Deep breathing, have your own diffuser. You can also put in your clothes. Some people like to put in tissues, clothes here. Some people also like to put, for example, in this wood packs, and then put in your car vent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Didn't know that.
pretty cool way to do that. And also in tissues in plastic bags, and then have a snip or directly snipping the bottle itself. Another way to, that's alright. Another way to use the essential oils is internally. So not all essential oils you can have internally. We also have some, how can I say in English, chart, guidelines. For topically, when you always need to dilute, for sensitive skin, and also internally as well. So wintergreen is a good example that we can't have internally. If you use topically and aromatically, your body knows how to use it. Our body always recognizes plants, and we have the hierarchy, and it goes where you need the most. But if you have internally wintergreen, it has directly contact with your bowels and then relaxes too much, and you lose a little bit of the peristaltic movements and you collapse, which is not good. So it's just one example that why you can't have internally, but most of them you can. At the moment, I'm having water with lime essential oil. Okay. Infusing food, we always recommend to not heat again. So in the end, with herbal essential oils, they are very, very strong, and sometimes one drop is too much unless you're doing a lot of it. Cinnamon, clove, these spicy ones are very strong as well. So in these cases, we get a toothpick, get a little bit of the oil and stir in the end. And if you're blending, doing smoothies, sauces, anything in your blender, just stir in the end as well, or just a quick blend in the end when you add the essential oil to not lose any properties either. Let's start the fun part, which are the essential oils themselves. So the first one will be peppermint. It's very strong. Close your eyes to sniff that. Yeah, very strong. And it's delicious with chocolate, by the way. It comes from US. And a cool thing to try peppermint, what we'll do now, is to put one drop in your hand and thumb. You don't need to get the entire drop, just a little bit. And then roof of your mouth, in the back, especially in the soft part, and delicious. Because peppermint is very famous for digestion, but it's also very supportive for your respiratory system. So it opens your airways. You can test that when you have that. So it's not only theory. This is one of your favorites, right, Marcelo? And if you have water on top of that, it's super refreshing. It's a cooling oil. The rest of it you can spread, close your eyes and breathe in under your nose. And the rest you can put neck, arms, chest, and whatever you want. It's very cooling and refreshing. Opens everything. Yeah. What do you feel when you do that?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
And it's very good for focus and alertness. So it's a very famous oil for studying and working. And it's very good to recall information. So peppermint and rosemary are the best ones to study or work, and then when you have a test, have a sniff again of it, and it will help you to recall that. So you want to have a look at the peppermint here. Would you mind to read that for me, please?
Sourced, pure Washington State, USA, there's menthol.
Menthol is the natural chemical compound that gives us this refreshing and
Yeah.
cooling sensation.
Excuse me. Invigorates lungs. Calms stomach and head tensions.
Yep.
Increases alertness and focus.
Yep.
Cools body.
Yeah. So when you have when you need to refresh and cool your temperature, very good bottle feed, and whenever you feel comfortable to do it in your skin. Sometimes when it's too hot, I like to put in a spray bottle with water. Spray. Take care with your eyes. Never oils, never in your eyes, nose, and some of them you can use in your ears, but never directly. You can put in a cotton ball, put there, and then the vapor will do the work for you. And peppermint is one of the coolest oils to demonstrate the potency of that, because one drop of peppermint has all the chemical compounds that you would find in average between 24-28 cups of peppermint tea. So it's really, really powerful. And when we think about all these cups, I can't imagine anyone having more than 10 cups at once, but it's pretty easy to have one or a couple of drops of peppermint once a day or more if you want. Yeah, and the combination of peppermint with wild orange in chocolate, it's heaven. So, and for head tension, that you read there, it's very important because it is relaxing, but some people say to put in your temples. If you do that, peppermint will water your eyes for some minutes. So it's actually a little bit in back here where it's soft, where you can feel your veins and arteries to your brain. But it's a good place to put behind your ears, neck and shoulders. The next one is lavender. This one is amazing to talk about the therapeutic grade as well. It's known as a calming essential oil that relaxes you. And I don't know if you noticed, that's a little bit different from most of the essential oils that we know. doTERRA produces lavender essential oil that comes from France or another couple of countries in Europe, the indigenous place where lavender thrives. So what happens in other places around the world? If you have lavender plants, to adapt, they will produce different chemical compounds. And it's natural for lavender to have a little bit of camphor. But in other places of the world, it produces too much camphor to adapt. And then what happens? A lot of people say that they are allergic to lavender essential oil, but it's actually the camphor. So lots of people that say they are allergic to lavender, they're okay with doTERRA. And it's very important to know about camphor as well, because camphor actually has the opposite effect of calming. It's uplifting and invigorates you. So sometimes people have an essential oil, use that, but they don't really get the result that they are looking for. So would you mind again to read that part of lavender, please?
Sourced pure from France, contains
linalool. It's the chemical compound that gives us this relaxation feeling.
A soothing element. Soothes irritated skin, calms bee stings and insect bites, soothes emotions, supports restful sleep and breathing.
Yeah, so it's very soothing, not only for your skin, but your emotions. And so it's calming, relaxing, soothing. And it's for mosquito bites is good for that irritation, but actually before that happens is good as a repellent as well.
Okay.
For itching, it's very effective as well. Burns, it helps to support your healthy recovery. And what else is that? For sleep, it's very effective. So you can put in your pillow, bottom of feet, in your chest. Many ways to use that, and helps your respiratory system in a different way that peppermint does. So peppermint opens your airways, invigorates that, and lavender is more calming, but also supports in a different way. So next one, we'll talk about frankincense, which is the king of the oils, one of my favorites. It's super versatile. And lately I'm having in my chai latte, which is delicious. And it's the king of the oils. So when you're not sure, you go with Frankie. And it has many natural chemical compounds as well. And some of them are so tiny that they pass the brain barrier. So it's very nourishing for your nerve system, your brain, your blood, and in a cellular level. So it's a very, very powerful essential oil to boost your immunity as well. Very famous in Christmas time because Jesus received frankincense and myrrh, which are very good for this nerve system development. So makes sense to give a baby that's developing that. And well, you can have internally. Under skin for beauty is awesome, but also emotionally. And at the same time, that grounds you, can give you the sensation of reset when you're feeling foggy or tired. The smell is amazing. I love it. And yeah, frankincense has many, many, many ways to use. I won't talk too much about it because we can talk 1 hour about it. But one thing very important to talk about frankincense is that essential oils are not new. They are very, very old way to use plants. And frankincense is an excellent example of that. For skin, in ancient Egypt, those black beautiful makeups, they combined with frankincense that time because it's very good for your glow and skin and beauty. So yeah, we have a friend that she had another friend that had a lot of scars in her face, and then she started to become much better, and then people started to ask her what she was doing, and she was like drinking frankincense. She was putting under her tongue every day. Yeah. The next one, tea tree. Very famous in Australia. So Australia produces for doTERRA the tea tree and eucalyptus essential oils. It's a very potent and good antiseptic essential oil. So general cleaning, it's very, very nourishing for skin, scalp. It's good when kids are going to the school. Yeah. But sometimes they don't like the very strong smell of it. So what you can do, put in a spray bottle with tea tree and mix with water and the one essential oil that the kid likes to smell. Perfect. Oh. It's a very protective essential oil, and in combination with the next oil that we'll talk about, oregano, it's excellent for your immune system and yeah, to get rid of what you don't want. So the next one is oregano or oregano, depends on where you're coming from. It's very strong. All the herbal ones are quite strong. So remember that this one, I told you that it's all to put topically, always diluted. And if you're cooking with it, you probably need less than a drop, so toothpick. But if you want to get rid of tags, skin tags or something like that. You can put carrier oil around that in your healthy skin. So olive oil, normal coconut oil, or fractionated coconut oil, put around, and then get a toothpick and paint the tag.
Okay.
And 2 or 3 times per day, and after a couple of weeks, it falls.
Okay.
But take internally or diluted with fractionated coconut oil butter feed, it's very, very, very good for immune boost. So the combination of these frankincense, tea tree, oregano, and a protective blend that we have as well, it's excellent for immunity boost. Cool? Any questions too?
No.
No. So lemon. Lemon essential oil, it's one of the most versatile essential oils. It's super affordable. It comes from Italy and Sicily. And most of essential oils are distilled, water distilled, the vapor. But the citrusy oils are cold pressed, and they cold press the peel, the skin of the fruit. And that's why when you use in your food, usually when it's lemon juice, it's not good to substitute, but when it's zest, it's okay to substitute because the taste is a little bit different. It's really, really good to put in your water in the morning to help these detox processes. It's very famous nowadays, people have lemon water. But the thing is that if you have every day this acidic in your mouth, it's not good for your teeth, your enamel. Because citrusy fruits, they are acidic and they become alkaline, so very healthy for you after you process them. But still in your mouth is not ideal. But essential oil of lemon, it is acidic in the bottle, but in contact with your saliva, it becomes alkaline straight away. You can test that with those strips that you can buy in pharmacies. It's pretty cool to do that. And it's very good to clean as well, purify the air. It's super versatile. When people sign up with us, we send them several ways to use lots of the oils, and lemon is one of the most versatile ones, definitely.
It takes out glue.
Oh, really? Pardon?
Glue.
Ah,
Takes out glue.
yeah, it's very
Very
effective to get rid of glue and
Especially
those
on
labels.
plastic, because if you use anything else, it will burn the plastic as well. When you use the oil, it just comes straight out, and the plastic's still translucent without any stain.
Yeah. This is another very important thing to talk about citrusy oils, because all of them, they help us to detox and get rid of plastics. But if you put in a plastic bottle or cup or something, it will react, and then these plastic particles go to the water, and then you're having more plastic than the essential oil can get rid of. So always citrusy oils, glass or metal. Never plastic. It's very cool to test that in those cups of styrofoam. So if you put a drop of lemon essential oil there, it will destroy it. You have a hole there.
It will eat the bottom in about 2 minutes of the
Yeah.
styrofoam cup, like those coffee cups or those water cups. And
It really reacts with petrochemicals, but it proves how it works inside you, and that's why citrusy oils are quite good to use for cellulitis. But actually, even taking them internally, it helps with that as well. Remember, citrusy oils, if you use topically, don't go to the sun, don't get sun that part of skin in 12 hours. Okay. So now we'll talk about the blends. Those first ones, they are pure, just one type of essential oil, and now are the blends. This one is deep blue or ice blue, It's very good for, very nourishing for your muscles and joints. Very effective for increased circulation and relax your muscles and tensions. And it works super, super fast. People get amazed. I got amazed the first experience that I had with it because it really works fast.
Would you blend it with coconut oil as well if you
Yeah.
massaging? Or?
Yeah, and they also have the rub. So if before and after exercise is a very good tip to give people. Bottle of feet, knees, some joints that you use more for that training that you have. And if that day you know that you're having leg training in your legs, if in your arms, before and after exercise. So essential oils show us that phrase, no pain, no gain, is a myth. You can't have gain with no pain.
Is the rub like mixed with a skin cream, or is it just
It is a
with,
cream, and
with like
has
some gel or with some?
it is a
oil?
cream. And it has entire bottle of this one here. Yeah, it is strong. And if you want, you can dilute with the fractionated coconut oil. Oh, any questions? And Deep Blue is also good, even if you don't have. It's a soothing blend, so even if you're not in pain, I like to put in my lower back when I have a big day, just to relax and release that, because it's soothing not only physically but emotionally. So some people like to put those in their shoulders, neck, and I really like in my lower back.
And sometimes you're just tense and you don't realize from the entire day. Then you pass just a little bit and it's like, oh, so relaxing.
Yeah, it's really good. Now the next one is Breathe or Easy Air. It's a blend that, how the name suggests, it's very supportive for your respiratory system. And they also have a couple of other products with the same blend. So you can use the essential oil. They have the roll-on with coconut, fractionated coconut oil. They have this one that I use almost every day. So you can put in your chest. It's pretty simple. And they also have some drops, so like candies and healthy ones.
Hard candy.
Yeah, hard candies, and I need to hide from him sometimes. It's
too
pretty
good.
delicious. Yeah, it's too good and helps to open your airways and calm your throat. It's really, really good. And yeah, when people are stressed, usually we have this shallow breathing, and this helps to release and calm down and let it go. So emotionally, it's this breathing and out, not only physically. Next one, I don't have the essential oil. It's by itself. It's gone. So today I only have the roll-on one. This is the Digest Zen. So it's the digestive blend. If you are not very fan of licorice,
I like licorice.
yeah, because it has fennel, so some people don't really like that. He's not a fan.
I love licorice, but this is different.
And this is when you have the bottle itself. You can have in your water to support. You don't want this one, right? Support healthy and easy digestion. If you have some stomach issues, it calms your stomach and bowels as well. If you're bloating and
I learned that
any
if you
discomfort.
pass it and you actually hide it with your shirt fast, the smell is not that much, and it works the same way.
yeah. Because it really changes it can change the taste of your meal. So some people prefer to have in the soft gel form or after the meal or just topically. Their stomach, tummy, or bottle feet also works, and it's also very effective and works quite quick. But I love the taste. So I think it's delicious. Right.
And they do have the tabs as well.
Yeah, they have the soft gels, and they have these tabs as well. But this one is you will taste that.
Yeah.
The other one, the soft gel, you can swallow.
That's more like an anti-acid type of thing.
Yeah.
Like you can swallow.
Like
It's the form. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in a format that you can swallow if you don't like the taste. It just takes it more to
it's
dissolve.
nice,
Yeah.
Now, the On Guard is I'm super fan. It's amazing. It's citrusy and spicy. It's the protective blend. It's super supportive for your immune system. And it is so good for cleaning and purifying as well, so you can put in your diffuser to purify the air, get rid of seasonal and environmental threats. And this blend is so good that they have a whole range of different things with these blends infused in those products.
Okay.
So they have toothpaste with no fluoride, which is very good for people like me that had some thyroid issues, so fluoride is not good. So they have the toothpaste with On Guard. They have the drops as well, the hard drops, so when you have throat discomfort, this is very effective as well. It has, the blend itself has clove, which is very effective for getting rid of mold. So, like cleanup, the concentrate is very good, especially for toilets. And clove is also the essential oil that has the most quantity of antioxidants. So, yeah.
So would you dilute that with water and spray it on mold?
Yeah. And you can do it with the essential oil by itself as well if you want. And they also have the hand wash, and then you fill it with water and have the pump, to have the foam. They also have the laundry detergent. Okay, what else about On Guard? Yeah, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information. The other blend that we like to talk about, that for me actually it's gone, so now it's only the smell, is Smart and Sassy, or Slim and Sassy. It's the metabolic blend. Oh, it's delicious. It has lemon, grapefruit, peppermint, cinnamon. It's delicious in water. And they also have this one that has 5 drops of this blend on it that you can swallow the soft gels. And it helps you to keep this metabolism healthy, so manage hunger. It helps to your detox as well, and it's super delicious. And it's another very good one to use topically for cellulitis. But then remember, sun, citrusy, take care. So, any questions about those ones? So the way that, we are here to help people have this information and education and get closer to the oils and try them, and also to let them know the best ways to get the oils. So you have different options. You can buy retail price, or for the wholesale accounts you have different options. You can pay a $35 fee to have the access of the wholesale, which is an average of 25% of discount, plus several other advantages that you have in wholesale. But if you don't want to pay this $35 fee, you can buy a Roman kit, and you have several options there. And what else? In wholesale, you have your virtual office, let's say, that you can order through that, and you can have access to the loyalty reward program, which gives you a whole bunch of benefits when you order through that, and including accumulating points that you can exchange for free product, and also each month you receive a free product depending on the quantity that you order as well. So it's a very, very, very excellent program that every month we take advantage of that. And so at least 12 oils in that year you receive for free, which is amazing. And when you buy locally from Australia, even the shipping that you pay goes to these points accumulation. When you order from US, because US has all range of products, Australia unfortunately doesn't have all of them yet, but we are working to improve that. And then from US, the points come from the products, but not the shipping. And the shipping doesn't change that much. It only changes if you order too much, so it's about volume and weight as any shipping. Okay, I think that's it overall. I'll finish this one here, and then thank you everyone for watching. Bye.